Did you know that? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 60% of adults over the age of 60 in the United States live with some form of chronic inflammation-related condition. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, and even memory issues like Alzheimer's are deeply connected to this silent process happening inside the body. Now, imagine this happening to you or someone you love. That constant knee pain, the stiffness when you wake up, heavy digestion, unshakable fatigue. All of it might have the same root cause: inflammation. The problem is, it doesn't show immediate symptoms. It creeps in slowly, and by the time we notice, it's already affecting our independence, our energy, and even our ability to enjoy life's simplest moments. But here's the good news. Science has shown that small, daily choices can significantly reduce this inflammatory process. And among these choices, one of the most accessible and effective is right in your kitchen: the simple habit of drinking certain teas. These natural infusions, studied by renowned universities like Harvard and Johns Hopkins, contain compounds that work like natural protectors in the body, easing pain, supporting heart health, digestion, memory, and even sleep quality. That's exactly what we'll talk about in this video. The top 5 anti-inflammatory teas every senior should drink daily to live with more energy, less pain, and a better quality of life. You'll learn what they are, why they work, and how to prepare them easily. No fuss. But before we dive in, I have a quick favor. Drop a comment letting us know where you're watching from. It's always inspiring to see people from all over the United States and even from other countries coming together with one goal: to age with health and strength. And don't forget to subscribe to the Age with Strength channel, where you'll find simple, natural, science-backed tips to take care of your body and mind. And a quick disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice or professional guidance. Before we get into the teas themselves, it's essential to understand this silent enemy a bit better. After all, how does inflammation affect your body, and why does it become even more dangerous after the age of 60? When we hear the word inflammation, many people think only of something visible, like a cut that turns red, warm, and painful. But there's another kind, far more insidious: low-grade chronic inflammation. This silent process doesn't cause immediate pain or leave visible signs, but it gradually eats away at your health from the inside. In the U.S., studies from the National Institutes of Health show that chronic inflammation is directly linked to the leading causes of death among adults over 60: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and respiratory complications. The issue is, unlike a fever or a cut that heals, this type of inflammation doesn't just go away. It stays active, fueled by unhealthy habits, chronic stress, diets full of ultra-processed foods, and the natural aging process. Science has even given this a name, inflammaging, a blend of the words inflammation and aging. It describes how, as the body ages, it starts producing more inflammatory substances and becomes less capable of fighting them. That means the same process that once helped protect you from infections in your youth can become a silent enemy after 60, increasing your risk of chronic diseases and speeding up organ decline. A clear example is arthritis. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, estimates that more than 50 million Americans live with some form of arthritis. Most of them, over 60, joint pain, stiffness, and difficulty doing simple things like walking or climbing stairs are visible signs of an inflammatory process that may also be quietly affecting your heart, pancreas, or even your brain. And the impact isn't just physical. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that chronic inflammation also affects emotional well-being. People with high levels of inflammatory markers are more likely to experience anxiety and depression. This creates a vicious cycle. Inflammation causes discomfort, which reduces motivation to exercise, which leads to more inflammation, and the cycle repeats. But here's something important to remember. Inflammation is not your destiny. While natural aging increases the risk, simple habits can drastically reduce it. And that's where the good news comes in. There are foods and drinks with scientifically recognized anti-inflammatory properties that can be powerful allies in fighting back. Among those allies are teas used for centuries as natural remedies. In many cultures, and now getting increasing attention from American universities, they're packed with bioactive compounds like antioxidants and polyphenols that act like tiny soldiers inside your body, neutralizing free radicals, reducing inflammation, and protecting vital organs. So before we reveal the 5 most powerful anti-inflammatory teas, keep this in mind when you add a cup of these infusions to your daily routine. You're not just enjoying a soothing drink, you're taking a proactive step against the loss of vitality and the silent progression of age-related diseases. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, let's dive into the first of these extraordinary teas, known for its bold flavor, natural warmth, and powerful action against joint pain and digestive issues. Ginger tea. Few foods have a history as ancient and respected as ginger, used for over 5,000 years in Asia. It has earned a place in kitchens and natural healing practices around the world. But it's not just tradition. Modern science confirms that this root is one of the most powerful allies in fighting inflammation, especially for people over 60. Research from the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health in the United States shows that ginger contains compounds called gingerols and chagols. Those names might sound technical, but think of them as tiny natural keys that switch off genes and chemical processes linked to inflammation in the body. It's like ginger is a silent firefighter, putting out the small fires that wear down joints, muscles, and even the cardiovascular system. A study from the University of Miami followed patients with knee osteoarthritis, an extremely common condition after age 60, and found that those who consumed ginger regularly reported significantly less pain and stiffness. This shows that something as simple as a cup of tea can truly improve quality of life, especially when compared to medications that, while effective, often come with unwanted side effects. But ginger isn't just good for the joints. It also plays a key role in the digestive system, helping to relieve gas, heartburn, and nausea. Many seniors experience frequent digestive discomfort, and ginger works to calm the stomach and aid digestion of heavier meals. In addition, studies suggest it may help reduce inflammatory markers linked to type 2 diabetes, supporting blood sugar control, and, the best part, ginger tea is incredibly easy to make. Just slice a few thin pieces of fresh root, place them in hot water, and let steep for 10 to 15 minutes. To boost the effects even more, some experts recommend adding a splash of lemon or a pinch of cinnamon, creating a blend that's not only delicious, but even more powerful in fighting inflammation. Imagine starting your day with a warm cup of this tea. The heat warms your body, the flavor awakens your senses, and at the same time, you're feeding your cells with natural compounds that fight inflammation and protect your heart, joints, and energy. It's a simple act with a deep impact. Why ginger tea deserves the top spot on our list. It proves that when it comes to health, we don't always need complex or expensive solutions. Sometimes the answer is as simple as a fresh root at your local market. And if ginger already impresses with its benefits, get ready. The next tea is even more studied by American universities and known worldwide for its powerful antioxidants. We're talking about green tea, a true shield against the effects of aging. Among all the teas studied by science, perhaps none has received as much attention as green tea. Originating from the Camellia sinensis plant, it's been consumed for centuries in Japan and China as a true elixir of longevity. Today, universities like Harvard and Johns Hopkins confirm what tradition has long claimed. Green tea is one of the strongest natural allies against inflammation and premature aging. The secret lies in its polyphenols, especially epigallate, or EGCG for short. This antioxidant is so powerful that scientists often call it a cellular shield. Imagine tiny protective molecules circulating through your body, neutralizing free radicals, those destructive substances that damage cells and fuel inflammation. By reducing this damage, green tea helps protect your heart, brain, and even your joints. A study from Harvard Medical School highlighted that people who regularly drink green tea have a lower risk of developing heart disease, one of the leading causes of death among seniors in the U.S. That's because green tea helps reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improves circulation, and may even lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind. But the benefits don't stop there. Research also shows that regular green tea consumption is linked to better cognitive function in older adults. In other words, it doesn't just protect your body, It also helps safeguard your mind, reducing the risk of cognitive decline associated with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. For those looking not just to live longer, but to live independently and mentally sharp, this is a valuable ally. Another key point: green tea also has a direct anti-inflammatory effect on the joints. Studies show its polyphenols reduce the production of inflammatory substances involved in rheumatoid arthritis. Many older adults who drink it regularly report less stiffness and improved mobility, essential for staying active. So how do you prepare this powerful tea? The trick is not to overboil the water, as that can make it bitter and reduce the potency of its compounds. The ideal temperature is around 80 degrees Celsius, 175 degrees Fahrenheit, hot, but not boiling. Let the leaves steep for 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. To soften the taste, add a few drops of lemon, which not only improves flavor, but also boosts antioxidant absorption. Now imagine adding this habit to your daily routine. A cup of green tea in the morning or afternoon instead of coffee or sugary drinks. In no time, you'll be nourishing your cells with one of the most powerful antioxidants nature has to offer. After green tea, we move on to another champion of both science and tradition: turmeric tea, rich in curcumin. It's considered by many experts to be the most potent natural anti-inflammatory ever studied. If there's one food that has gained worldwide attention in recent years for its anti-inflammatory power, it's turmeric, also known as golden root or turmeric root. This bright yellow spice is more than just a flavorful addition to meals. It's considered by many scientists to be nature's gold when it comes to fighting inflammation. The main reason for that is curcumin, turmeric's active compound. Researchers from the Mayo Clinic and the National Institutes of Health highlight that curcumin has effects similar to some anti-inflammatory medications, but without the same risk of side effects when consumed in safe doses. Think of it as a natural break, stopping inflammatory processes from going out of control and damaging tissues and organs. A study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine showed that patients with arthritis who took curcumin supplements reported significant pain relief and improved joint function. This means that something as simple as a cup of tea can help not only reduce discomfort, but also preserve mobility and independence. 2 key ingredients for a high quality of life after 60. Beyond joints, turmeric also plays a protective role in the brain. UCLA research suggests curcumin can cross the blood-brain barrier, helping to reduce protein buildups linked to Alzheimer's. In other words, it doesn't just fight inflammation in the joints, it also helps preserve memory and mental clarity, offering full body and mind support. So how do you prepare this tea effectively? Curcumin on its own isn't easily absorbed by the body. But here's a simple trick. Just add a pinch of black pepper to the tea. Piperine, found in black pepper, boosts curcumin absorption by up to 20 times. It's a small detail that makes a big difference. Another tip is to brew turmeric with a bit of healthy fat, like a splash of coconut oil, which also enhances its effects. To make the tea, you can use fresh turmeric root or powdered turmeric. Boil the water, add a teaspoon of turmeric powder, or a few slices of the root, let it steep for 10 minutes, and finish with the black pepper. To mellow the taste, honey and ginger are great additions, not only for flavor, but for an extra medicinal boost. Picture this: a golden, warm, comforting cup that not only soothes the body, but also nourishes your cells with one of the most researched natural anti-inflammatories in modern science. That's the power of turmeric tea. Simple, accessible, and capable of transforming the daily routine of anyone looking to age with less pain and more vitality. And if turmeric brings heat and strength, the next tea on our list brings calm and balance. Known for helping with sleep and digestion, and also for its anti-inflammatory benefits, it's a nighttime staple in American homes. Chamomile tea. Few teas are as well known and beloved as chamomile. In many American households, it's common to find chamomile tea bags ready to be steeped on sleepless nights or during anxious moments. But modern science shows that chamomile is more than just a relaxing drink. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that make it a valuable ally for aging with less pain and more peace. Chamomile contains compounds called flavonoids, with apigenin being one of the most important. This compound acts as an antioxidant, helping reduce inflammatory processes that affect both the digestive system and the joints. Researchers at the National Institutes of Health have observed that chamomile can modulate inflammatory responses in the body, acting as a soothing agent not only for the mind but also for internal tissues. This explains why chamomile is traditionally recommended for digestive discomfort. After age 60, issues like reflux, bloating, and indigestion become more common, often worsened by long-term medication use. Chamomile tea helps calm the gastrointestinal tract, easing internal inflammation that can cause pain and swelling. It's like each cup is a gentle balm, restoring balance to the stomach and intestines. But the benefits don't stop there. Studies from the University of Pennsylvania have shown that chamomile also improves sleep quality in older adults with chronic insomnia. Interestingly, this is also linked to inflammation. Poor sleep increases inflammatory cytokines in the body, which contribute to pain and accelerate aging. By promoting deeper, more restorative sleep, chamomile indirectly helps reduce systemic inflammation. And of course, we can't forget its effects on the joints. While it's not as potent as turmeric or ginger in this area, chamomile has a calming action that can ease discomfort and stiffness, especially when used consistently. Preparing this tea is simple. Just place dried chamomile flowers or a tea bag in hot water and let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes. To enhance its relaxing effects, many people enjoy a cup of chamomile tea at night before bed. This small ritual, besides being delicious, can become a practical and enjoyable way to care for both body and mind. Chamomile shows that fighting inflammation doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, a small act like warming up with a cup of tea before bed brings real science-backed benefits. And if chamomile brings calm and balance, the next tea on our list delivers freshness and vitality. It's especially effective for the digestive and respiratory systems. It also helps relax muscles and reduce inflammation. Peppermint tea, refreshing, aromatic, and soothing. Peppermint tea is one of the most widely consumed teas in the world, especially for its calming effect on the digestive system. But beyond relieving stomach discomfort, peppermint contains anti-inflammatory and muscle-relaxing compounds, making it an excellent choice for seniors seeking well-being and vitality. The key active compound in peppermint is menthol, responsible for its signature cooling flavor. Menthol has both anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic properties, meaning it helps relax the muscles of the digestive tract, reducing cramps, gas, and heartburn. Researchers at the Cleveland Clinic highlight that peppermint tea can be particularly beneficial for people with irritable bowel syndrome, an inflammatory condition that affects millions of Americans, especially those over 50. But the benefits go beyond digestion. Menthol also relaxes the muscles in the respiratory system, helping to ease symptoms of mild bronchitis and making breathing easier. For seniors dealing with seasonal respiratory discomfort or airway inflammation, this tea can provide gentle, natural relief. And let's not forget its role in easing muscle aches and headaches. A study published by the National Center for Biotechnology Information found that peppermint may reduce the perception of pain due to its mild analgesic effect. This is especially helpful for seniors dealing with muscle tension, occasional migraines, or chronic inflammation-related pain. Preparing the tea is simple. Just use fresh peppermint leaves in hot water, steeping for 5 to 10 minutes. For convenience, tea bags still offer some benefits, though fresh leaves deliver a more intense flavor. A great evening tip: combine peppermint with chamomile. The mix enhances relaxation and can improve sleep quality. By incorporating this tea into your daily routine, you gain a versatile ally. It cools you down in the summer when served iced, warms you up in winter when hot, and in both cases quietly supports your digestive, respiratory, and muscular health. A simple, pleasant gesture with powerful benefits for anyone looking to age with grace and ease. With that, we've completed our list of the 5 most powerful anti-inflammatory teas for seniors. But there's still one crucial step: understanding how to turn these teas into a daily, enjoyable habit, so the benefits move from theory into real life. Now that you know the 5 most powerful anti-inflammatory teas, the big question is, how do you put this knowledge into practice? The answer lies in creating a simple, consistent ritual that fits into your routine without hassle. After all, the greatest benefits come from regular consumption, not just the occasional cup. A smart strategy is to swap out inflammatory beverages for these teas. Many older adults drink too much soda or coffee, which can increase acidity, irritate the stomach, and even raise blood pressure. Replacing just one of these drinks with an anti-inflammatory tea is already a big win. For example, start your day with ginger tea to warm the body. Enjoy green tea in the afternoon for a gentle energy boost, and end the night with a cup of chamomile. To relax, another tip is to rotate your teas throughout the week. That way, you benefit from a range of bioactive compounds and avoid boredom. Think of them as different friends working together for your well-being, each with their own strengths, forming a powerful team against inflammation. But here's an important pause. Every senior should take special care before adding new teas to their routine, especially if they have pre-existing conditions or take daily medications. Even though they're natural, teas contain active compounds that can interact with drugs or cause unwanted effects in certain cases. Tea, in high amounts, may raise blood pressure in sensitive individuals or interact with blood thinners, increasing bleeding risk. Green tea contains caffeine less than coffee, but still enough to cause insomnia or rapid heartbeat in people with uncontrolled hypertension or heart conditions. Turmeric, when overused, can affect blood clotting and should be consumed with caution by those on aspirin or warfarin. Chamomile, though gentle, can amplify the effects of sedatives or tranquilizers, increasing drowsiness. And peppermint, in some people, can overly relax the valve between the stomach and esophagus, worsening acid reflux. That's why it's best to start with small amounts. Monitor how your body responds, and most importantly, talk to your doctor before making any tea a daily habit. Your doctor can check for drug interactions, suggest the best times to drink them, and even recommend safe combinations tailored to your specific needs. Once that's taken care of, teas become more than just a pleasant drink. They become part of a smart, natural strategy to keep your health in balance. And beyond that, they can become moments of pleasure, self-care, and connection to life itself. After all, preparing a cup of tea is also an act of kindness toward yourself. Did you know that there are hundreds of natural solutions proven safe and within your reach to relieve pain, regulate blood pressure, improve sleep, digestion, and even support diabetes control in a complementary way? If you're interested in a more natural, intelligent, and effective path to take care of your health, then you need to discover the Natural Healing Guide. This complete ebook brings together the very best of natural medicine, herbs, essential oils, supplements, home remedies for blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, pain, skin, and much more. And the best part? With clear, safe, and practical guidance, even for those who are just starting out. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Don't miss it. Throughout this video, we've seen how chronic inflammation is a silent enemy, but also how nature offers powerful tools to fight it. The simple act of choosing the right tea can mark the beginning of a profound transformation. Less pain, more energy, restful nights, and the chance to preserve your independence for much longer. Maybe you already know some of these teas. Maybe you've even tried one at some point in your life. But now you understand they're not just comforting drinks. They're conscious choices that target the root of issues that can undermine healthy aging. At 60, 70, 80 years old or more, every small habit matters. And by embracing a ritual, as simple as enjoying a cup of tea, you're not just caring for your body, you're also sending a powerful message to yourself. I still choose to take care of myself. I can still live with strength, dignity, and joy. And that's exactly what we wish for. You may each cup be not just a natural remedy, but also a symbol of hope and vitality. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these teas do you already drink regularly? Which one are you most curious to? Try share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might inspire others who, like you, are on a journey to age with health and independence. See you in the